We've all been there. Maybe it was a medical emergency, a credit card that whispered sweet nothings until the bill arrived, or simply living paycheck to paycheck in a world obsessed with instant gratification. Whatever the reason, debt can feel like a monster with an insatiable appetite, leaving you gasping for financial air. So, when you stumble upon a company like TurboDebt promising to be your knight in shining armor, vanquishing those pesky creditors and leaving you with a bright financial future, it's natural to perk up. But before you hand over your financial reins, let's take a deep dive and see if TurboDebt is the legitimate lifesaver they claim to be. Debt Settlement 101. Understanding the game. First, let's unpack what TurboDebt actually does. They specialize in debt settlement, a strategy where a company negotiates with your creditors to significantly reduce your outstanding debts. Sounds great, right? There's a catch, though. Negotiating down your debt often means putting your accounts into default, which means missed payments. This can wreak havoc on your credit score, potentially dropping it by 100 points or more. On top of that, while enrolled in a debt settlement program, you'll be saving money in a dedicated account to pay your creditors in lump sums. This can be inconvenient, and depending on your financial situation, it might be difficult to maintain those payments. Is TurboDebt legit? Dissecting the company. Now back to TurboDebt. They're a relatively new player in the debt settlement game, which means there's not a ton of long-term data on their success rates. However, they partner with National Debt Relief, a more established company with a longer track record. Looking at National Debt Relief's record, we see mixed reviews. Some clients rave about their experience, finally feeling free from the burden of debt. Others complain about aggressive tactics from creditors during the negotiation process and the program taking longer than expected. Here's the thing. Debt settlement is a legitimate strategy, but it's not a magic bullet. There are significant drawbacks to consider, and it's not the right solution for everyone. So, is TurboDebt right for you? Here are some key questions to ask yourself before diving in. Is your debt overwhelming and unmanageable through traditional methods? If you're only struggling with a few small debts, debt settlement might be overkill. Can you handle the potential credit score hit? Rebuilding your credit after debt settlement takes time and discipline. Are you comfortable with the idea of putting your accounts in default? Dealing with frustrated creditors can be stressful. Can you consistently make payments into your dedicated savings account? Missing payments can derail the entire program. If you're unsure about debt settlement, there are other paths to consider. Here are a few. Debt consolidation. This involves combining all your debts into a single loan with a lower interest rate, simplifying your payments. Credit counseling. A non-profit credit counselor can help you create a budget, negotiate with creditors yourself, and develop a plan to become debt-free. Do it yourself. There are plenty of resources available online and in libraries to help you tackle debt on your own. The most important thing is to be informed. Don't jump into a program like TurboDebt without understanding the potential consequences. Research your options, weigh the pros and cons, and consider seeking guidance from a financial professional. Remember, debt settlement is a powerful tool, but it needs to be wielded wisely. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.